introduce you to a good friend and partner in crime of mine, Joshua Church. Joshua's the director of operations at High Impact Coaching. He's been, you're now coming up on the 3-year anniversary of us working together. Right. So the longest employee currently at HIC, considering that we're 4 years old. And so I just wanted to kind of like get you on and we could do a quick little interview around like the last 3 years have been crazy for us. So I just wanted to kind of get behind the scenes and talk about that whole journey of what you've gotten to see from us just being like a fledgling company to now being a multi-7-figure company. We've got 12 full-time employees and really working on scaling to 8 figures now. So just wanted to dig into that with you, man.
It's been a trip. It's funny thinking back 3 years ago from today. I was like Aspen, like a lost little puppy, finding my way, chasing my tail around. Exactly what he's doing right now.
Yeah, so was I. So was everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, but it was really funny because 3 years ago I was down in this rabbit hole of like, what do I want to be doing? I knew I wanted to be in education, and we connected through a friend of a friend. And I was like, oh, this guy Zander, he's a life coach, whatever that means. Like, he must know some things about life, so let me talk to him. And you basically, after I expressed some of the things that I was looking into and I was interested in, the opportunity I was looking for, you said, I'll never forget, you're like, I actually might be looking for you.
I think I said, I might be looking for you.
I might be looking for you. I'm going to do this conference, this Jack Canfield thing in a couple weeks. Let me noodle on it. We'll circle back.
Yeah.
I remember you saying noodle on it because I never heard anybody say that before as well.
Which is now like a token term within HIC.
Noodle on it, yeah. So let me noodle on it. We'll circle back when I get back. And I was like, okay, cool. Whatever come from it. And then we met up and things seemed to align. And we kind of just took a chance on seeing if this would work out. I had no clue what was going on. I'm sure you were just like taking a chance on a kid, and
this is what you do as entrepreneurs when you're first starting off. You kind of have to go with your gut and just make shit happen. And then I think 3 years later, like when we first started off, I don't think you could have imagined that 3 years later we'd still be working together and this is where we'd be, right?
No, it was a 50-50 chance. Either this guy is like some crazy charlatan, just like fake, or this guy's the real deal. But I went with my gut as well. Like, well, let's give this a shot, and it worked, and it's working. But it hasn't been all obviously roses and daisies.
And we'll dig into that. So just to give you guys a little bit of a background, my first year in business, I really spent pretty much on my own, like proving the concept of the business, right? So got the business up and running, started making multiple 6 figures, even got our first 6-figure month right before bringing Joshua on board. So I had proven the concept, and I was really looking at that point I was looking to scale and get help. Taking it to the next level. Obviously, then we met. I'd love for you to explain to everybody, like what those first couple of days or that first week was like of us working together.
I'll never forget it. So we were, you were living in Venice. I was living in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
So you're like, all right, come over at 8 a.m. I got a call at 9. So come over at 8, and you're in your small little apartment, 2-bedroom apartment. Griffin had moved out, your roommate had moved out, so there was some other random...
Like working from my bedroom at this point,
Working from the windowsill.
Working from the windowsill.
Yeah, with no Zander Fryer sign or like fancy bookshelf or plants or anything.
Yeah.
From the windowsill, standing up there, and I watched you go into your magic minute meditation, priming yourself on the sales call, and then you got onto this call, and I was standing there, and over the course of 45 minutes, you proceeded to get to know this person, build a connection with them, understand their problems, and then offer them a solution, a service that was going to change their life. And you fully believed that, they believed it, to the point where someone that you did not know 45 minutes ago was now taking out their credit card to enroll in a high-ticket service with you.
Yeah.
I saw that. I swear, I went back to my apartment with my roommates, and I was like, I don't know what...
This dude is fucked up.
This is some magic sorcery shit. I don't know. And then the coolest part for me there was seeing the results that were actually delivered, and seeing how this person's life actually did change.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh my gosh, there's really something here. There's something here that works. But then you told me, cool, now you're gonna do this. You're gonna learn how to do this. I was like, there's no way. Like, I'm some kid. I was 20. I was 23. So I'm like, I'm some kid. Like, how in the world is someone gonna pay me for a program that's not even mine? Like, I'm selling on your behalf. How is that even possible? Yeah. And lo and behold, I learned, I followed the systems, and I got that first enrollment, and it just opened up a whole new paradigm. I was like, wow.
It's amazing what happens when you just go do something, and then all of a sudden what you thought was impossible, you turn it into something possible, right?
that's the best.
I love it, man. So obviously, actually, one thing that I have to tell is like, as you were practicing as well, you were even like practicing our systems, and you accidentally enrolled one of your best friends into our program, practicing our systems. So even just practicing these systems, you can accidentally enroll people into 3K, 5K, 10K programs. Right. So funny. Pretty cool. Okay, so that's the beginning there. Obviously, like 3 years later, now we've got a team. Like you mentioned, like it's weird that like a large portion of our conversations are now like HR conversations, and it's weird stuff as you continue to grow and scale. Like what's the difference between when we first started and where we are now? Like what are some of the biggest differences you've noticed?
Oh man, there's definitely a lot of differences. Having a team of people is a really exciting thing because there was this mission that you were on and you got me on board, and then I became on this mission, and just slowly over these past 3 years being able to just kind of like cherry pick the right people we wanted and coming and having.
And we didn't always get it right.
No, not at all.
We did not always get it. I think this is a really big thing for people to understand, right? It's like now we have a team working with us that's 12 full-time and a handful of contractors, right? But we've had points where we've brought on people and they were not the right fit. We made a lot of mistakes. Yeah. We've had a lot of learning experiences along the path. Like, do you want to talk about those a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, and there's some great lessons through that as well. But that's how you, by taking chances on people and keeping them around maybe longer than we should have, or realizing maybe this person's not the right fit for what we're looking for. It got us honed in on the target of really who it is we're looking for, what that person will contribute, why, and once you have clarity on what you want, then it happens.
And then you can hold to really high standards.
Exactly.
You can hold to really high standards of the people that you would work with, the quality of the people, the alignment that you're looking for, and you don't settle anymore.
And the coolest part is now we have this team of people, and we talk about this. It's a family, but it's a team first and foremost, because we have this team where everybody's holding each other to this higher standard, like a sports team. Anybody who plays a sports team, it's the same thing. It's like we hold each other to that higher standard. We compete together against ourselves, with each other.
If you don't hold up your end of the bargain, you don't get to stay on the A team.
Right, exactly. Right? Which is fun. Which for me, it's fun. It's not for everybody, though.
Yeah,
for sure.
Not for everybody.
Not for everybody. Yeah.
But yeah, cool. What would you? Question for you. What would you say during the last 3 years was like maybe one of the most difficult times in HIC? Because like we said, there's been ups, there's been downs. There's it's not all daisies and rainbows. I think everybody out there in social media land, they all see like the highlight reel of like, got to this 6 figures this fast, got to 7 figures this fast. Now working at multiple 7 figures, going to 8 figures. They see the best-selling book, they see the TEDx, they see all this other stuff. Like, tell me about something like some of the behind-the-scenes dark times.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably need both hands to count the amount of times that I've called you crying, breaking down. But the cool part is those breakdowns lead to the breakthroughs. Right? They're synonymous. And
breakdowns lead to breakthroughs. Breakdowns lead to breakthroughs. You hear that?
Boom, synonymous, same thing. So, but for real, I mean, I was very close. There was times when I was, I was going on, no streaks, and I was fully into sales, and there were times where it was really, really difficult, where I was very close to. It would have been so much easier for me to be like, you know what, this isn't for me. Like, I'm gonna go try something else, do something else. There were plenty of other opportunities. But, being able to understand that me going somewhere else would have been me avoiding the problem, or going away from something because I wanted to avoid something. But, you really helped me. Avoiding discomfort. And you really helped me. Other mentors in my life really helped me just stick into it and to lean into it, because one of the biggest things I learned through those times when I'm coming up against all these limiting beliefs, and I love people, I'm a people person, so sales was naturally pretty difficult for me to deal with the rejection, the no's, to asking the uncomfortable questions, to being in that service mindset.
And I think for a lot of coaches, that is a really difficult thing, is getting into the sales side of things and actually like building the business.
Absolutely.
It's so difficult.
Absolutely. But one of the most valuable lessons I've ever learned, and I think I wrote this in a letter to you recently, is that big pile of shit, if you will, the uncomfortable feeling, the discomfort, that thing you want to avoid, that's the gold in there. And most people want the gold to just be delivered on a platter, but that's not the way it is. You gotta dig through the shit. You gotta dig through the shit, but that's the reward of it all. So that's the biggest thing that I learned, and that's what helped me continue to grow through it.
Yeah.
So there were some definitely challenging times, lots of breakdown phone calls, lots of tears. You've worked me through a lot of gestalt processes and some psychology things, which I'm sure helped you become a better leader as well.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And I think, this is one of the things that I've personally loved about working with you, someone who is such a high quality leader that is growing so quickly, right? It's like, I know, the big challenge for me is like, if I want to keep someone of his caliber on my team, I have to grow faster than he grows.
Right.
Because if I don't grow faster than he grows, he finds somewhere else that can handle his growth. Right, so it's hugely inspiring for me to like have someone like you on the team, where I'm like, fuck, this guy's like right on my tail, like I gotta keep moving, right? So I appreciate what you do to help keep me growing. But yeah, man, I really appreciate that. Is there anything else that you think everybody should know about us at HIC? Maybe where you kind of view us going in the future and this industry.
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool because now more than ever, people are forced to figure out how they can uniquely provide value to others.
Yeah.
That was one of the most fundamental shifts of looking at a way of making an income, and a business is just value exchange.
Yeah.
You providing service, you providing a value, and someone else reciprocating that in the form of compensation, right? Remuneration in cash, whatever it is for your service.
The more value you're bringing to the world, the more value, aka money, comes back your direction.
It's that simple. Not easy, but it's that simple, right? So I think that it's a really beautiful time because people are forced to ask themselves those questions.
Yeah.
Especially people aren't going in offices anymore right now. It's like, what is the value that I can uniquely bring to others?
Yeah.
And it's really, it's super great to be aligned with the systems and skills and tactics to be able to help people turn that value into an actual sustainable income.
Yeah.
So that's only going to be increasing, which I'm really excited for our company to be positioned.
We're in a weird changing world, man, and a lot more people need help with making that happen. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, so that's definitely very exciting for the future of our company, and I think that there's a lot of innovation that grows when you have the right people together. Like we talk about, we have a very entrepreneurial team and an atmosphere in our company. Like we're incentivized along the right ways to evolve and to innovate and to grow, which is really important because it's not like a clock in, clock out job, even though we do a lot of work. Like we have 100 calls a week for our company with one-on-ones with clients. Like there's a lot of work to be done, but it's done in a very innovative way. So I have no clue what we're going to be in 3 years from now, which is super exciting.
Yeah, because we're just going to keep growing and changing as the world grows and changes.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Any last tips you have for all the coaches and entrepreneurs out there?
Dig into the shit. I mean, really, like that's it. It's like, we were talking earlier about when we were in Tulum for a little work trip, and we were both it was kind of one of those peak moments, right? You get these peak moments where we were out and we were in the Airbnb. Zander was on one little balcony swinging in a hammock. I was on the other balcony and I was, walking shirtless and sand all over, shoeless. And we were both on different sales calls and we both enrolled the person. We came in, gave each other a high five, and it was like, all right, let's go drink some tequila, right? And that's like so much of the vision of what you think and what you want and why people get into it, because like that was such a peak moment. But it's not to take away from
that was one moment.
That was one moment. And
one moment in 3 years.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's so much of that foundational work that's not sexy. That's something I learned from you. Success is not sexy. It's the ruthless mastery of the basics.
Yeah.
And the basics come, and the reason why those peak moments are so sweet is because you go through the shit and there's the gold there. And those peak moments, to be honest, are even juicier than the hammock high fives. How sweet that was. Yeah. What's even more sweet is facing a limiting belief that's held me back for years and working through that, being committed to that work, coming out on the other side and seeing how I can now serve more people as a result of that. Like that's the peak moment. So go through the shit and don't be focused on looking for the gold or chasing the gold. The gold is in the work.
Yeah, I love it, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful friends. I don't know what else to say, but just remember, you didn't sign up for easy, you signed up for impact.